Hi, I'm Danny. I'm with Residential Electric, and today we're going to be talking about electrical services and panel installations. Changing out your electrical service is a must-have if you have a panel or an electrical service that is older than 30 years. So we're here in Detroit right now. We installed a offset riser, which is located right here. An offset riser is a metal conduit that goes up and then offsets around the gutter and is attached to the roof plate listed up there. The purpose for a riser is to give a strong arm for the overhead Detroit Edison line to come and to attach to. Through this offset riser is new service entrance cable. That cable goes from the top of the meter can here up and then connects to the Detroit Edison wires overhead. Paired with the new riser installation is going to be a new meter box. Now the meter box is a 200 amp rated meter box, meaning that it's good for up to 200 amps. And then below out here is the same type of cable that goes through here, but then feeds into the house, into the line side of the electrical panel. So we have an offset riser, which bends up and goes around a gutter. Then we have a no riser option, which is located here. Typically, this no riser option is for houses that are tall up. And then finally, the through the roof riser. This option of a riser is if you have a soffit, like this one right here, that a offset is not able to be bent around. We talked about different type of risers, which are the metal conduit that the service entrance wires goes through. But at the top of this conduit, you need to protect it from any rain coming through. And this is where this comes in. This is called a weatherhead. The conductors come out of here, loop, and then connect to the overhead Detroit Edison, but this snaps onto the conduit here. So as the weather or the rain hits this, it goes off, and it doesn't allow any water into your conduit, preventing any kind of moisture from getting into your electrical system. So in my hand here is what makes the connection from the utility company's wires to the new wires that we install for you through your riser. This is called a service entrance compression splice. This splice is something you have not seen before. This is an irreversible connection, meaning that no matter how hard you try to tug, you try to wiggle it, how much the wind blows or the snow beats on it, this does not come apart because we use a 2-ton crimper to crimp the metal ends together, creating a safe and secure connection every time. In this installation, what we have are the equipment grounding and bonding, which is critical to the electrical system. The first one is called ground rods. Ground rods are literally rods that are 8 feet long, 5/8 of an inch thick, that get driven straight down into the earth until you can't see them no more. Nobody can see them, there's no tripping hazard, but they're meant to be installed for electrical safety due to lightning strikes. So when lightning strikes, it follows the outside curvature of your house, and it'll be picked up on that grounding and then dissipate into the earth safely. There's a second one, which is considered your main grounding to your house, which goes from the main electrical panel all the way unbroken to the main water shutoff. There's 3 main sizes of electrical panels that are the most commonly used today in residential applications. Size 1, which is the code minimum for a house, is 100 amps. Size 2 is 150 amps, which is rated for houses that are between 1,500 square feet and 2,300 square feet. And size 3 is a 200 amp electrical panel. Now, different equipment in your house will determine on the size of your main electrical panel. Whether you have pools, hot tubs, electric vehicles, which is a common one, or big power equipment, which is welders or woodworking, that will determine the size of the electrical panel that we would request or require for you to have installed. So we're in this wonderful basement in St. Clair Shores, where we're looking at right now a 200 amp electrical panel. This is one of the 3 options that we provide: 100 amp, 150, and a 200 amp. The reason for the 200 amp here is because this customer has multiple larger loads. They have a pool, they have a hot tub, and they also have a house that is 2,500 square feet. 200 amp option is perfect for this homeowner. So located up into the ceiling area, you're gonna see a couple bare wires. Nothing to be concerned about, it are grounding wires. One of the wires are gonna be for the ground rods we talked about earlier. Those ground rods, remember, get down into the earth, you can't see them, but are connected by the number 6 wire and eventually makes its way into this panel, grounding your system. Located right here is the main water shutoff to the entire house. Now you might be asking, what does a main water shutoff have to do with anything electrically? Well, it all has to do with this guy right here. This water pipe goes all the way down and connects to the main water pipe to the entire city. This pipe here is continuously buried so deep into the ground that it is a good grounding source for the house. So from the panels noted earlier, we run a ground wire all the way over, and we come and we connect it to here with these clamps called cold water clamps. So as you've seen, there's quite a bit of things to learn about electrical services. What size panel to install, what size riser do we need? All of these things we take care of as a company. At Residential Electric, we are able to know what is code compliant, what is safe, and what is budget friendly for everyone. I hope you guys can trust Residential Electric for your next and future projects. So contact us anytime at 586-557-1494.